Got a nice idea here. Only way to make sense of it is to draw it. So you have a single core of iron. And you have two windings. They can be, different turns, different gauge, but they have to be the same. The opening of the winding has to fit the core of both windings, the same core. And so you have A is your drive winding, the one that gets energized. B is your stator winding, the one that collects the power from the core, the iron core. And you're wondering how's it going to do that? Well, here's the idea. Choose a color for this. The spring is in green. So there's a spring halfway through, or like right here, maybe up to here, there's a spring inside this coil. You could also use magnets to do this if you want. But for now, we'll call it a spring. And there's a spring inside the stator coil. Right about there. And of course, the two windings in the core, they can be spaced however you need to space them. Perhaps you have to put the core, halfway in and halfway in the other one to get this to work. This is just a conceptual idea. But for now, let's just look at it like this. And so, let me step back here. And let me redraw this coil a little closer. Maybe we'll put this coil here. Okay, that's your drive coil, and that is coil A. This coil A. This is coil B, collector coil. And the core is C. So when you energize A, it's going to push C into B. And the spring is going to be positioned so that when C enters B, the spring pushes the C back towards A in the default position. A has no spring. The core moves via the control of energizing that coil, like a solenoid. And so now, in green, I'll do the wiring. So this coil is wound clockwise. So that means, you put you give the battery plus here, battery minus here. The energy will go from plus to minus. And your north field will be here. And you can push the core that way into the coil B. And the flux inside that core is carried with it into coil B and deposited into coil B, where you collect it with a rectifier of some sort, however you want to, full bridge, half bridge, whatever. And that's just going to a battery or whatever to be charged. And that's that, you know. And so back to coil A, when you energize it to move the core into B, to send the flux that was put into C, the core, and deposit that flux into B. I don't know, man. This may have been invented already. I have no idea, but it's an idea, and I'm just putting it down here. But what I'm saying is here, we'll draw the circuit for the flyback collection of coil A. So this would be your battery power going into the coil. Your source power. And, you know, this side will become a negative and this side will become a positive in the flyback. And to do that, you put just, you know, connect the circuit here with a diode facing that way. Let me go back to orange. And your negative flyback can go that way, and then your positive flyback would go the other way, you know. Yeah, and of course you're going to have to switch these two terminals with a double pole, double throw relay. Let me draw that a little better. Because you don't want to cancel your flyback. So you switch the orange, the power to the coil with the double pole, double throw relay. How do I draw this? Yeah, you switch it right there. Double pole switch the feed. Just do it like that. Yeah. So there's your two switches controlling the power to the coil with a double pole, double throw relay, and you collect the flyback by wiring two diodes, high voltage, into the circuit in purple. And you see that the high voltage diode pointing at the plus terminal of the battery is blocking the battery from feeding the coil in that direction. But it's not blocking the flyback, and the flyback's in purple. That's the flyback polarity. So you can see that polarity is not being blocked, and that's how it goes. But as long as you switch with two poles, this will work just fine. And the flyback will return to the source battery. You'll conserve power in that regard when energizing the coil A to move the core into coil B. The flux carried from the core C is deposited into coil B. Again, you can put as many turns on B and change the gauge, whatever you want to do for the stator size. That's nothing is set in stone here. This is just a concept idea, and I hope it made sense. And I will refine this drawing at a later date. Thanks for watching, guys.